All right, 97.7 Outlaw Radio FM listeners, you already know what time it is, man. It is 8:30 here on the east coast of Canada, and we got the one and only, my good friend, we got Dexter Cooper of Lab Boy Entertainment right here live on the line, man. How are you doing this evening?
Yes, sir. What's up, world? What's up, world? What's up, DJ Immortal?
I gotta say, first and foremost, man, it is dope to have you on the airwaves, man. I know you're an up and coming artist, man. You're doing what you're doing, and I gotta say, man, I love the music you're producing, man. Definitely some one of a kind content.
You know, I greatly appreciate that coming from you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a lot of people out there doing great things right now, and I'm glad to be part of it.
But also, man, I have to ask you first and foremost, man. I want to jump right to the beginning of your amazing career, man. I gotta ask you, what made you decide to get into this whole music thing in the first place?
Oh man, shit. I've always been a creative person. You know what I'm saying? And I try to listen to all types of music. You know, being in the military and going through war zones and stuff like that 2 times. It was just you had to find something to find peace. You know what I'm saying? You had to find something to find you some peace in, and music, that's it.
And also, man, going back to when you actually said that you were actually in, like, 2 rounds of war, man, like, in the early 90s, I actually read that you were actually a part of Desert Storm. I was wondering if you can tell our listeners a bit more about that. And, of course, what actually made you decide to join the military initially?
I was trying to get a college fund. I ain't gonna lie. Man, I was trying to get a fucking college fund, man, and shit, ended up going to war. I mean, I still, them guys is family. I mean, just like I talked to you and Trey Boogie, shout out to Trey Boogie, you know, chop it up. You know, them guys is family, and, you know, I started rapping with the same cats. I got a picture, an old ass picture. I started rapping with them cats, man, in Desert Storm. Just something to relieve the monotony of crazy shit every day, you know, and shit. It was just something good, man, because music is definitely the biggest stress reliever in the fucking world.
And I gotta ask as well, man, like, obviously, like, I've never been, like, to war and whatnot, man, so, like, obviously with Desert Storm, like, obviously, that's one of the most notorious wars and whatnot in the 90s, but I gotta ask, man, like, what part of the military were you in? Were you, like, operating the tank? Were you, like, a soldier? Like, what were you actually doing when you're out at Desert Storm?
You know, when I was in Desert Storm, I was actually a mechanic. You know, I was actually a mechanic, but I was on the front line with engineers and every fucking thing else. And then in my second tour, when I went to Bosnia, I was actually infantry, you know, because it was all about, when you was in the military, it was all about getting ranked, because the more rank you get, the more money you get, the less work you do, you know what I'm saying? So it was about, you know, just trying to get myself in a position to where I could be successful, because being from the South, man, it ain't a lot to be fucking successful at. I'm just being real.
And also, man, jumping back into the music side of things, man, you were actually the CEO of Lab Boy Entertainment Music. I was wondering, can you tell our listeners a bit more about this phenomenal company, and of course, what actually made you decide to start it up initially?
Oh man, you know what? Nah, that's a story in its own. That's gonna be a book. But everybody calls their studio lab, you know, and the place I was working at that time, my good friend Dennis Bishop in Claremont, Georgia. Shout out Claremont, Georgia. You know what I'm saying? But millionaire guy, man, he was letting me use his company, part of it, you know, to get my music business started. And that was like, oh man, way back 2002, 2003. So it's like I've been at this thing a long time, but it takes time and money to do a lot of things. And being from an area where, I mean, the only way you get noticed is go to a bigger area. You know what I'm saying? But with my illnesses and shit, I love being in the country. So
And I gotta say, man, you're most definitely phenomenal at what you do, bro. You know what I mean? You definitely make some phenomenal music, man. And I want to take you back to March of this year, man. You actually released a song titled PTSD Mind that's actually available on all streaming media platforms. But I have to ask you, man, what's the inspiration and story behind that? Because just the name of it itself, you can just tell that there's such a rich and powerful meaning behind that song.
It's a lot of PTSD mind songs out there, right? But I'm 100% PTSD veteran. I mean, I'm healthy to the eye. I'm one of the healthiest people it is to the eye. You know what I'm saying? And I try to be cordial and nice, but mentally I'm fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna lie, I've seen a lot of shit mentally that I don't think anybody could really handle. And that song, the first part is about being at war, then coming back from war, and you just don't feel like you fit in with nothing or nobody no more. You know what I'm saying? And the second part, the second verse is about the people that you left while you was at war. They home stressing out about you, whoever, wife or kids, you know what I'm saying? They home stressing out about you. You know, your wife might be holding your picture wearing your t-shirt, you know what I'm saying? I mean, because I had a lady friend at that time, and she told me that's what she used to do. So a lot of, like I said, a lot of things I write about is really, a lot of it be true. It don't be all, some of it be mine, some of it don't. You know what I'm saying? But it be good. I try to make the best music in the fucking world. I'm not gonna lie.
And I gotta ask as well, man, because obviously, like you said, you unfortunately suffer from PTSD, man. And this day and age, man, a lot of individuals unfortunately have that terrible condition, man. And I have to ask you, what is some great advice that you can give some individuals that are actually dealing with PTSD today?
Learn to be friends with the voices in your head. Don't do none of that crazy shit they be telling you to do. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm about like 9 people in one. You know, shit, you can hear it in my music. My voice changed up and down. I've probably been doing it since we did the interview right here. But, you know, it's like, you just have to, you know, shit. First of all, accept yourself and be happy with yourself. Love your fucking self. Because ain't nobody else gonna love you. You know what I'm saying? So that's the main and foremost thing. Love yourself first. Be the friends with the voices in your head. Stay away from negative people. And just try to be happy. You know, find something to make you happy. If you find something to make you happy, I guarantee you everything will be okay.
And also, as well, man, you actually released another phenomenal song, and I have to bring this up, man, because this is one of my personal favorite songs that you actually did, and it's actually titled Never Said. And the one thing I have to ask, man, what is the creative process behind that phenomenal song, man? Because right down to your lyrics, right to the beat, you know, everything is just absolutely perfect on that song.
Never Said, which is kind of like a little funeral home type beat, you know what I'm saying? You know how they got that little organ type beat. And shout out to Mob Beats. You know, actually, Mo Santa. I gotta say this before I get into that song. Mo Santa, Mob Beats, from California. Shout out to that man. He on Bianca Beats. I mean, one of the best beat makers in the world. Which I twist him a little bit, but as far as that song, it's, man, I mean, it's just some real ass shit. I mean, like I say, I try to, people getting tired of everybody can't be the plug, everybody can't be the dope man, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, you gotta be scared of something. I'm scared of something. I mean, I ain't scared of no person, but it's some shit. I'm scared of Corona, you know what I'm saying? I'm scared of Corona. Shit, I'm scared of fucking dying over some bullshit that I don't see coming, you know what I'm saying? That's basically, I try to live my life 100% real every day because I be going 1,000 miles an hour, my adrenaline don't cut off. So, I smoke a bunch of fucking weed. I'm not gonna lie. For real.
And also, as well, man, you actually have Lap Boy Entertainment music apparel available, man. And I gotta say, man, as you already know, man, I got one of them t-shirts, and they are comfy as fuck, man. I just have to say that. But I gotta ask, man, what other types of apparel do you actually have available? And of course, how can our listeners get in contact with you to actually purchase some today?
Actually, those shirts are the only thing I do have, and I only made those shirts just to, just to say thank you to people that, show me love for listening to my music. I don't give a damn if it ain't but 20, 30 people. I'm trying to show love back because, you showing me love. It's not like I'm into making shirts and stuff like that. If it happens, it happens. But right now, I just want to make music because that's my little PTSD outlet. And for it's like the shirts, they're beautiful. They are some hot ass fucking shirts. But it's not what I want to do. But if they want to get a shirt, they can reach me on Facebook or Instagram, Cowboy ENT. You know what I'm saying? I ain't hungry. I even give my personal phone number. You know what I'm saying? Because, shit, like I say, goddamn, they call me and they talk about my deal of warranty. So anybody can call me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how they got my number. They ask me about my deal of warranty or something else about health insurance. So I don't mind getting somebody my number because, like I said, I don't fear nobody. You know what I'm saying? And I think I'm more dangerous than anybody in the world. I'm just gonna say it like that because that's what I'm made of. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to have a beautiful, happy moment. That's all I'm trying to find, bro.
And I gotta say, man, I most definitely wouldn't doubt that, man. At the end of the day, you survived Desert Storm. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, you most definitely are the world's dangerous man. That's all I'm gonna say. So motherfuckers better watch out. You know what I mean? Don't cross.
You know what? You know what? You know who almost killed me over there? My fucking homeboy, my roommate. These motherfuckers, we goddamn. And shout out to my homeboy Angel Havergarden in San Antonio, all my big red one family. Everybody, first engineers, y'all my family. Forever. But they let my dumb ass fucking blow up a bunker, right? And so these motherfuckers try to get souvenirs and shit. This shit boots trap. So I almost died in the storm. So at the same time, that's why I said I just want to celebrate fucking life, and these fools out here playing like they can put a quarter in their ass and come back to life like it's a video game. Like, these motherfuckers don't even know what life about, bro. They want to fuck up. Go join the army or do some shit. We need some bad motherfuckers to protect the country. I'm just saying, because they some bad motherfuckers.
And also, man, you actually recently just dropped this phenomenal joint titled "Turn Up," and I was wondering, man, for the listeners that haven't already had the opportunity to actually get their hands on this phenomenal joint, man, where can they actually go to actually buy or stream themselves a copy of Turn Up today?
Turn Up, songtrader.com, Devil DOD, Lamboy, Devil DOD. But like I said, I've been Googleable DJ Martin for like 5-6 years. You know what I'm saying? I started out on MySpace with boy, whatever his fucking name was. I started out with that cat. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to say, anybody who got that first vitamin D, Devil DOG Lamboy, I give him $100 for a copy of it. Yeah, because I ain't got that motherfucker. So I'm serious. I would give them $100 for, and my cousin got one. He teases me with the motherfucker all the time. Okay, so $100. And there's a couple other people that got one. And I know they got it. But I don't have their numbers, so I guess this is a great place to say it. I'll give you $100 for a copy of that CD. I swear to God.
Well, hey, anybody listen, if you got that copy, you know what I mean? Just look at it like this. You probably paid $10 for it back in the day. You want to make yourself a $90 profit, hit up the man himself.
They pay you $1, and most of them got it for fucking free. You know what I'm saying? Because it was more of a demo, but it's got some good shit on there that I can't get to. And I mean, I know it's some good shit, so, you know.
But also, man, I gotta ask you, man, because like I said, you have such a huge, extensive career within the music industry, man. But I gotta ask, man, what is next for the one and only Dexter Cooper, man? Like, is there anything we happen to miss? Anything else you still want to talk about or promote? Well, we still have you here live on the Canadian airwaves.
What I want to promote? Hey, I want to get with you and Trey Boogie, man, and I want to, shit, I want to make this trio successful people. I ain't gonna lie, that's really what I want to fucking do, because I see you, I see what you're doing, you working hard, you dedicated to this shit. You know what I'm saying? Trey Boogie, he dedicated his hell also. You know what I'm saying? And y'all probably can show me things that I don't know, and I probably can bring some things to y'all table. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like it would be a good combination of people, you know, working together. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, it's just, shit, I'm just making music, fucking trying to raise my little boy badass, and love my lady. That's about it.
Hey, I gotta say, man, it definitely sounds like Dexter Cooper, man, is definitely living large, man. I gotta say, man, definitely living large.
Hey, we just living off the time of money. That's all we do. I mean, I'm trying to get with these A&Rs and get a big ass couple of commas, but it's like I say, Corona fucked a lot of shit up, and a lot of people had to go different routes. Then a lot of crazy people came out with, and they just made the radio stations made a lot of people that y'all ain't gonna never hear again sound like they was the best shit in the fucking world. You know what I'm saying? So I try to stick to real people like 97 Outlaw. You all I fuck with right now, Mark.
Hey, man, I gotta say I appreciate that, man. You know, it's always good to have amazing supporters like yourself, man, in your corner. So for that, I want to say publicly, man, thank you for just supporting what I do, man. Because if it wasn't for people like you, I wouldn't have a radio station like this for all to enjoy, man. It's the supporters like you that really fuel me to keep going and not quit.
You know what, bro? We both know it's a lot of shit that we done went through and got fucked over in a lot of things, and for you to still be going at it, that's what made me respect everything you do, bro, and fuck with you the way I do.
But I gotta ask though, man, because like obviously, you know what I mean, I know where to find you, you know what I mean, we're connected all over social media, but for the people that don't know how to find you, bro, before we part ways for now, man, if you can, drop your social media handles, that way, you know, our listeners can definitely shoot the one and only Dexter Cooper of Lab Boy Entertainment a follow.
All they gotta do is say Siri, Lab Boy ENT, Devil DOG, and it's gonna pull it up. I mean, like I said, I've been out there forever. I got a couple of, you know what I'm saying, I've been out there forever. I ain't lying, I do it all the time myself just to check.
But I gotta say though, bro, you know what I mean? First and foremost, thank you so much for just coming on my radio station, bro. I know this is the first time, but I'm telling you, I can already know for a fact it's not gonna be the last. But I gotta say, man, first and foremost, thank you so much. Definitely have yourself a good night, and of course, you already know we're gonna chop it up right soon.
Hey, bro, me, you, and Trey Boogie gotta have this little three-way meeting. Like I said, we all busy and doing all that thing. Well, y'all busier than me. You know, actually, let me say this. I was supposed to be in California and San Diego. What is it? Whenever Sugar Free out there, I was supposed to show up. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, my homeboy had something going on, so, you know, I biked off of that. So, you know what I'm saying? He's still doing his thing. Big shout out to Trey Boogie. You know, never love, but it's all happen.
But I gotta say, first and foremost, bro, definitely shout out to the one and only Trey Boogie, you know what I mean? San Diego, California's finest, man. But first, I gotta say, though, man, thank you so much there, Dexter, just for giving us a little bit of your time, man. And like I said, bro, we most definitely shall chop it up soon.
Sir, thank you. Thank you, sir. And, shit, before it's all over, I'm be in Canada with you. Fucking it up.
Hey, man, you already know, bro. You hit the board, you give me a call, man. We most definitely, we'll tear Canada right up.
Yes, sir.
Most definitely, brother. Have yourself a wonderful night.
Yes, sir. Shout out Gator, man. We out.